Hello and welcome back to another video here on my YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be really fun because I'm going to talk about all the things that I love about living in the UK and a few things that you don't get to experience in South Africa. So if you feel like you want to move to the UK by the end of this video, I have done my job. Just a quick intro for anyone that's new here. My name is Sim and I am a South African that is currently living in the UK, and I moved here at the end of 2019. Since then, I've had a lot of cool new experiences here in the UK and I'm excited to share a few of those in this video. Let me know in the comment section which item on this list is your favorite. And with all that said, let's get into the first thing that I love about living here in the UK. The first thing on my list has to be snow. For the most part, South Africa is a bit too hot for snow, especially where I lived in Gauteng. There will be moments where there's a cold front and some parts of the country will get snow, but then it's big news everywhere and everyone wants to go to the location where the snow is. So it's definitely not a general thing that happens all the time. I've just recently experienced my first Scottish winter, which was definitely something that I had to get used to. I really experienced living in proper snow for the first time ever. Of course, there were a few things that I had to get used to, like not slipping on the sidewalk. Also, trying to exercise in the snow is quite a mission. I remember going for a run the one night and suddenly snow started falling from the sky and it felt like we were running through a blizzard. The car is also a bit of an issue in the snow. You have to scrape off all the snow. You have to put de-icing stuff on the window shield. And you usually have to heat up the car's engine for a bit before you can actually drive somewhere. But on the other hand, there was also really cool parts of living in the snow. We actually did have a snowball fight, tried to build a snowman. We weren't quite successful, but we also made snow angels. And of course, snow is always a cute background for photos. Next on my list is Christmas. Christmas in the UK is a completely different experience from South Africa, mainly because Christmas is in the winter time here, where in South Africa it's in the summer. But that's not the reason why it's on my list. The reason why I love Christmas in the UK is because people here go crazy for Christmas. All over the cities and towns, you will see it being decorated with Christmas lights and Christmas trees, and people also go all out decorating their houses. You can usually see people's Christmas trees through their windows because people don't have massive walls here like in South Africa where you can't really see the house. So you can see someone's Christmas tree right from the street. There's also a bunch of Christmas markets to go to, Christmas light trails, and then you can literally get any type of food, snack, drink in some type of festive flavor. I literally had gingerbread flavored pretzels last year. So if you ever have the opportunity to come to the UK at Christmas time, I would definitely recommend it, even though it is a bit colder. It in a way just adds to the whole Christmas spirit, and of course you can always have some mulled wine or some hot chocolate to heat you up. Now, you can't talk about the UK without mentioning their pubs. Pubs are such a big part of UK culture, and honestly, I'm not mad about it. I love it. If you've never been in a pub, it's kind of like a bar, but also not. A pub is quite specific to the UK. Usually it will have like leather couches or leather booths. You would also be able to sit directly at the bar. There will probably be a fireplace somewhere if it's like really traditional, and you will also definitely find some sports on a TV somewhere. I love the cozy, rustic vibes of pubs, and they're very informal and it's usually very lively with a group of local people that always go to the same pub. And then there's also the pub food. Usually very high in calories, but it's okay because it's mainly just comfort food. One thing that's also really cool about living here in the UK is that there are a lot of free parks and museums that you can go to. Most of the houses are pretty small, so you need a park where you can just get some fresh air and some space. Some of the parks will have like really nice gardens that you can stroll through and fountains. There's also a really nice vibe with people having a picnic, having a barbecue. Sometimes there will be bands playing. So there's usually a really nice atmosphere on a nice day. If you are planning a visit to the UK, definitely also make sure that you check for free museums in the area that you are going to, because there are actually quite a lot. Knowing that there are free things to do here is such a good tip for tourists, because the British pound is quite expensive for most countries. So at least this gives you things to do on your holiday without you having to pay for everything. One thing I will say is to still check if you maybe have to book a ticket, because sometimes even though you don't have to pay for that ticket, you just have to reserve a slot online. Especially now with some of the restrictions in place, it just helps them to monitor the amount of people. The next thing on my list is city life. And this one is personally a big one for me because I'm a city girl and I've been dreaming of having this lifestyle ever since I can remember. Of course, we have cities in South Africa, but the lifestyle is completely different. Here, city living is all about being able to walk everywhere because everything is so close. Most of the shops are also on the street, so it's not like you have to go to a shopping mall. There are a few shopping centers, but in general, you literally just walk through the city streets whenever you are doing your shopping. I just really like that feeling of everyone walking around, where in South Africa everyone's mostly driving around because things are too far to be walking everywhere. And it's really cool just having a cafe on the corner and then a park on the other side, and really just the convenience and the vibe of it all. If you love shopping, you will love the UK, and that's what my last two things on my list are about. First up, we have the amount of options that you have with online shopping. Honestly, I didn't realize how limited our options were while I was in South Africa. In South Africa, you have like 3 main options: Zando, Superbalist, and Takealot. And I don't really feel like those websites blow me away. There's such a long list here of online brands, but the main ones are like Missguided, Boohoo, Pretty Little Thing, In The Style, Nasty Gal. Honestly, the list goes on and on. Because the options are so limited in South Africa, sometimes you resort to buying from an international brand, and then you of course have to deal with the import duties and actually worrying if it's going to arrive. The last thing on my list is also related to the whole shopping thing, and that's just the access that you have to brands. So not only do you have more options online, there's actually also a lot more brands in general here. There's a lot of really well-known brands that you don't actually get in South Africa. One that comes to mind is Morphe. It's quite difficult to get your hands on a Morphe product, and then sometimes again you'll have to pay import duties. And there's actually a long list of makeup brands that you don't have in South Africa, like Charlotte Tilbury, Too Faced, Elf Cosmetics, and also clothing stores like Primark, Urban Outfitters. That's my list of things that I love about living here in the UK. I probably think that the city living one is my favorite part. That obviously depends on the type of person that you are, but the UK has a really nice countryside as well, so you can always go for that option. I hope you enjoyed this video and found my list interesting. If you want to see more videos about what it's like living here in the UK, especially as an expat, remember to subscribe because I actually post a new video about similar topics every week on my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and then I'll see you next time.